Guys, you can't make this up. We just posted a video moments ago talking about the data mine legendary Witch King event. And literally seconds after I posted that video, it's been sitting in my inbox, our inventory all day, and I finally posted. Minutes later, Capital Games officially came out to confirm that the first legendary character is going to be Lord Elrond himself. Now, card in the top right-hand corner, if you want to watch it, the data mines are showing there's this legendary Witch King hidden in the data mines waiting just to be turned on. It could still happen, but it's not going to be the first one. This guy is going to be the first. But the good news is as well here on our Arnold Holonet news, since we're so fast to all this gaming news, the Mines of Moria raid that we saw in the data mines, that is coming right from the very get-go. And we have some information that we're going to break down. It's just, if you guys don't know, me and Capital Games, man, we always have this funny timing with each other when it comes to stuff when I've been covering Star Wars Galaxy Spheres. We're going to be cannibalizing our videos today, apparently. Let's go show you what we got cooking for all you good lookings out there. No, over here, Gary. Let's do it. All right. So the journey ahead, I'm just going to scroll straight down. I just can't. It's funny. Anyways, I want to go straight to this first. The first legendary event. These whole games are based off the excitement around collecting characters and legendary characters that are iconic. The characters you just wish you could play with them a little bit, like little action figures. And of course, engaging with them in these like high stake raids. And we're going to talk about both of those here. The Lord Elrond, straight from the very get-go. I want to let you guys know we don't have a confirmed release date. It's coming. We don't know when. And we also don't know the details of the kit, but that'll be coming in a post later down the road. I got to say, the legendary coming to soon is pretty interesting. Star Wars Galaxy, they didn't get their first legendary for like 3 months or something like that. Could be 3 months still. We don't know. But the announcement coming this early, it's pretty interesting. So let's do it. Chapter 2. We look down the road to see 2 major developments on the horizon. Our first legendary venture in the Mines of Moria raid. Let's dive in and see what that means. The Ring Bearer. Legendary ventures. A legendary ventures require characters use characters from specific factions to battle in a specifically built event, escalating in difficulty to unlock powerful characters. Each venture requires different factions to unlock a character. Legendary characters unlocked by a legendary venture, are 5-star unlocks. So one thing when we were talking about the data mine Witch King, they didn't quite know what to do. In Star Wars Galaxies, as of recent days, they've been requiring 7-star characters to even unlock the characters. So it's good to know it's going to be a 5-star unlock. So you're going to need 5-star on whatever required faction it may be, and you're going to get a 5-star character. 6 stars for the faction, you get a 6-star character. 7 stars for the faction, 7-star for the character. If you played Hero Collector games, shouldn't be too new of a concept, and represent more powerful than normal characters. Legendary characters are powerful and often become the cornerstone that you can build potent squads around. There are a number of tiers at each event. This may change from event to event, each requiring characters from a specific faction at the corresponding tier rank. Moving on, though, they give a hypothetical example here. They underline, they italicize that Treebeard could be a future legendary character. In this theoretical example, they might require 5 characters from the Isengard faction. There are 7 tiers to the event. Tier 1 could theoretically require 5 Shadow Isengard at a star rating 1. Tier 2 required 5 Shadow Isengard at star 2, and so on and so forth. When I complete Tier 5, I unlock the theoretical star rating 5-star version of Treebeard. I would then pursue the rest of the tiers to fully maximize my character if I wanted to. This is similar to the format that Capital Games has used in places, and we're going to use it in Heroes of Middle-earth 2. And that's what they did in Star Wars Galaxies. I do want to caveat, eventually they got to a point where they're like, oh, 5, basically they're saying in a very specific way, they want to make more money off legendaries. So there could be a point where they'll start requiring 7-star characters, but enjoy the fact that it's a 5-star unlock for now. Legendary Ventures will initially show up for a short window of time. Currently, we are aiming around 7 days to give players an opportunity to upgrade their character and attempt to unlock a legendary character. Each legendary venture may return. When exactly and how often? Stay tuned. They'll let you know. And there you go. Drum roll, please. Cue in the Elvish chorus. Introducing our first legendary Lord Elrond. I mean, this makes sense too. Witch King is gonna be a legendary at some point. It's already in data mines. I highly expect it's coming, but it's not gonna be the first one. Lord Elrond is a pretty safe first bet. Legendary event, and who knows, Witch King could be the second. If you're using Star Wars Galaxy Heroes as a reference, they released Grandmaster Yoda first, and a few months later, the next legendary was Emperor Palpatine. So who knows, maybe Witch King will come and destroy Lord Elrond. That's usually how these games work when it comes to moving power creep. And here's a little quote. He was a noble and fair as an elf lord, as strong as a warrior, as wise as a wizard, as venerable. Jeez, I'm butchering my words so much. As venerable as a king of dwarves, and as kind as summer. Let's move on to the Mines of Moria raid. Really, I mean, I'm looking forward to this. Legend events are what's getting me excited. So I'm curious to see what the kit's gonna look like, when it's going to come out, and are you going to have enough time to get this character to 5 stars for free? Generally, if you're efficient, you could probably eke out 5 stars for free, but getting 6, 7 stars would probably require some pay-to-win resources and some moolah. That's how they make their money at the end of the day. Mines of Moria raid. We talked about this inside of the data mines, and there we go. Came out a few seconds later by Capital Games. The Mines of Moria raid. From woods to mountains. You've likely seen the messages in-game. If you've made it to level 20, our first raid is coming to Heroes of Middle-earth, the Mines of Moria. We couldn't think of a better opening raid to introduce our players to, and we thought of quite a few. The Mines of Moria itself is a sprawling complex of rooms, dwarven in, and trashed by the Orcus interlopers. There's a cave troll, nice, and most nightmarish of all, the dreaded Balrog. It is cool locations and characters, and it checks all the boxes for an epic in-game raid. Let me take a moment to tell you a little bit more about the raid system in Heroes of Middle-earth. And again, if you didn't watch the data mine video, which, I mean, there's still some other fun bits if you want to talk about some other stuff there. But the raids for Stars Galaxies are generally very thematic, very fun, and I'm excited for it. It's not like Marvel Strike Force raids. Marvel Strike Force raids, it didn't really do justice to what the word raid should mean. They will. I'm fairly confident of it. It's probably gonna be like a four phase type of thing. Each phase, something new happens. You go into a different type of boss. That's what I totally expect. Raids will be open to guilds and their members to engage with. Note you must be at a certain level to participate in a raid. We're aiming for guilds to be able to kick a chapter off about once a week and last around 4 or 5 days. Wow, it's actually kind of long. The goal of each raid is to do damage in each chapter. So chapter is phase. I wasn't expecting 5. Generally it's 4, but there you go. You got 5, I guess. Those points translate into personal rewards for yourself and guild level rewards for everyone in the raid. Players can increase the number of points they accrue by increasing the difficulty of each raid as they go along. Independent of guild, the higher difficulties, the greater reward. And they already do something like this inside of Star Wars Galaxies with their brand new Crate Dragon raid. They have this feature where you have your own personal reward track. So as you do your own score, you're gonna get your rewards personally right from the very get-go. And then when you go further down the road, here, we'll go show it real quick. Gary, can you bring them on over just so in case you want to see? They just implemented this in Galaxy of Heroes about a month ago. I just did my raid reward run myself, but you have the guild reward. So once you hit whatever total score you get, boom, there's gonna be a bunch of rewards used for gear to upgrade your characters. Possibly, I would hope there's gonna be a legendary or like a special character that they'll throw in here. I know people want Gandalf to come. Maybe they'll throw Gandalf in here. I don't know if they're going to give us Gandalf that early, but I hope they do add an iconic character to go along with it. And then you have your personal rewards. So as you're doing your own score, you don't have to wait till the raid to finish. You can just claim your rewards along the route, and it shows you when you made a personal improvement over the last time. Let's go hop back over. Keep on reading and all the little goodies that they got for us here. Moving on, our goal is to have a dynamically challenging raid experience to grow with your roster of characters, but also allow players in each guild to choose the experience that feels most comfortable for them. Our hope is that players have an entertaining strategic puzzle to solve while working together as a guild for epic success and rewards. The Mines of Moria raid is going to be released in a chapter by chapter format as illustrated above, rather than going live with all aspects of the raid all at once. We'll be releasing chapters one at a time over the course of a month or two. So the Mines of Moria release, you'll see a chapter 1 of a 4-chapter experience. And our hope with the experience is that players and guilds will be able to focus, build mastery across each chapter one at a time, and give them a chance to get excited for each part of the raid release. Now you may be asking yourself, why am I doing this raid other than it being cool? Well, there's some really rewards, powerful gear, and maybe, and this is what I'm hoping for, a powerful friend you can collect along the way. That's the thing. This is really what gets me most excited about the raid. Yeah, like yes, the gear. It's gonna be some gear wall. If you don't do the raid, you can't get to the new gear. Pretty typical stuff if you guys play these games. But I want to collect some iconic characters. I'm hoping that's the case. It's still early in the future, as yet to be written. We have a ton of exciting plans for in the future. Your first question is likely, when can I get my hands on chapter 1 of Mines Moria? We're still nailing down the date, but our goal is to bring you within Q3 of this year. We'll have more news for you the closer we get, and hope it gets you as excited. I hope it gets you as excited as we are. So quarter 3. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long to get around to it. I mean, it's one of those things, we still have to build up our rosters anyways, so it gives us time to at least build up our factions. We don't quite know what factions are going to excel at this. Maybe Lord Elrond is going to be kind of needed to get some big scores. We don't quite know. It all depends on what the mechanics are. There's this chapter 1 that they also have that we can go over. Again, I just wish they would talk more about the graphical fidelity of the game. If they could just nail this graphical fidelity, not art style, the quality of the art style, I think people would have like we can get past all these like graphical issues. People could just focus on the game being exciting with the new raids and characters coming along. I have a little joke I'm going to show you at the very end that I did when I was on live stream earlier today. Honestly, we can't believe that it's already May. You could say time flies when you're having fun trying to develop and launch a game. It feels like we've lived several lifetimes in a very short amount of time. Title Update 3, which focused on UI, and Title 4, which tightened up the early game experience, went very well from our from their perspective. From the outcome of that update, we were able to see that players are able to explore and play the game faster and smoother than before. As we have hoped of our limited territory launch, the game became a better experience based upon what we saw from data and you, the community's feedback. Title Update 5, our worldwide launch game version, had the updated art. I just wish the game just didn't look like it was PlayStation 2. Like, come on, the mobile games can really push the boundaries. At least get us PS3 graphics. The economy reset and litany of other things. They were still a few stability issues, recent other problems that cropped up, but we worked aggressively to get those cleared up and feel like the game is in a better place now. Very importantly, we've seen a lot of new friends join us, and with that, we'd like to say welcome to everyone. We have a ton in store for you, all that other fun stuff. So, boy, I just want to say I'm excited for the new raid, maybe a new raid character, and I'm also excited for the Lord Elrond legendary event, which hopefully we can get our hands on soon and get a decent heads up as to what might be needed. Sometimes they release a couple of new characters that are going to be required, so who knows what they might be. Could be new elves for all we know, and you're going to need those new elves, and then you get the new character. That's generally how the format works. Again, I am incredibly excited, but you know what? I'm going to help you get your journey moving along. This could be required, so make sure you like this video because you never know. I'm giving you early access to my new Lord of the Rings game. Since people don't like to complain about graphics, you can't complain about the graphics of my game. I want to show you my exclusive Lord of the Rings Middle-earth heroes. And there you go. I'm releasing a legendary Gandalf. And don't worry, we have an exclusive $99 pack for you guys to pick up who wants to support the game early on. So again, I'm joking a little bit here. I just wish the game looked more polished in terms of graphical fidelity, animations. There's like not enough life and it feels like things are rendered at like 20% quality. If we can just get that nailed to make it look more like the trailers, boy, we'd be in a really good spot. Anyways, I digress. That's gonna be your Arnold Holonet News Part 2. It's funny just how things work. I talk about the Witch King and all this other stuff, and a few seconds later, boom, road ahead from them. Anyways, I'm excited. I'm hoping these raids and new characters turn out to be well, and I'm hoping maybe there's a chance they can improve on graphics. That's the only thing the main complaint I'm seeing from people out there. Anyways, leave that like, comment down below. Be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And always remember how it's great to be in the Empire today.